Now, Kazakhstan's president says he has ordered his troops to shoot to kill to put down a countrywide uprising. In a televised address, President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev said the protesters are terrorists and those who do not surrender will be shot without warning. A Russia-led military alliance is being deployed. CTV's Paul Workman is covering the story from London for us. So let's talk a little bit more about the situation there and what sparked this uprising in the first place on New Year's Day.
It appears that there was a sharp announcement of an increase in fuel prices, and that led to sort of organized and in the beginning fairly peaceful protests across the country. They quickly became quite violent, and that's when the government moved in its security forces in large numbers to try to suppress this uprising, I guess you could call it now. At the time, it was simply demonstrations, protests. It, of course, has grown into something much bigger than that, and very surprising to a lot of people who watch this part of the world to see what has now been ignited in Kazakhstan, Bev.
And tell me about the employment of the Russian-led military coming in for a peacekeeping force.
Well, and in fact, that seems to be playing out on the streets now because order seems to be pretty much restored across the country. And that would largely be as a result of more troops, 2,000, 2,500 troops. Most of them have come from Russia, some from other countries in the region, but generally they are on guard. They've taken over the airport again. They're protecting buildings, and that allows the security forces of Kazakhstan, of course, to really push and follow the orders of the president. As you said, he ordered his troops to shoot to kill without warning in a very fierce and uncompromising attempt now to bring this to an end very quickly and bring the country back to some sort of order. Remembering that Kazakhstan until now was considered one of the more successful of the former Soviet states in Central Asia, and now it has just exploded with these latest protests.
Yeah, in part because of oil and minerals. It was one of the wealthiest, and when it left the Soviet Union 30 years ago. Obviously, we'll keep a close watch on this story. Thank you very much, Paul, for joining us.
Okay, Beth, thanks.